This is how I defeated the possible world champion. D4, D5, knight C3, knight F6, bishop F4, he went for the Dubawa London, A6 to prevent knight B5, E3, C5 hitting the center, knight F3, knight C6, pawn takes, and now E5 becomes really easy for me, so bishop E4 first, bishop E2, E6 just to attack this pawn, H3, bishop F3, bishop F3, bishop into C5, recovering back the pawn. Also, E5 is now an idea. Rook C8, you use the C5 to your advantage. Castles, Rook C8, E4, and finally you get to play E5. So D4 first, because otherwise you would take here. Knight goes to B1. There was not really a better square for the knight because knight A4 would mean that the knight is completely trapped. So knight B1. As you can clearly see, there's definitely something wrong with white's pieces. There is definitely no coordination between them. So E5, keeping the center closed, and also since you have two knights, it makes more sense. He has the two bishops, so the bishops will be passive. Bishop g5 or bishop g3 were the two options. Bishop g5, I would just simply go h6. So bishop g3, and now I played g5. G5 is a little strange of an idea because you don't see that often because you want to castle, you want to keep the king safe. But right now, when the center is closed, it doesn't matter because he can never attack your king. So might as well just attack his king, right? So g5, um, knight d2, h5, continuing with the idea to play h4. h4 was played. Now d4. With this move, after bishop e2, everything is a mess for white because all his pieces are stuck inside. They are not coordinating. They're not even giving a threat to black right now. Whereas black's pieces are in a better situation for sure. There's definitely some regrouping needed. So that's why knight d7 with the idea of bishop e7 and bishop into h4, as well as rerouting the knight to knight f8 and to g6 to capture on h4, which is clearly a weakness now. c3, trying to do something in the center. This is usually a very good idea or a plan to do at least something, give some threat when your opponent is trying to attack you. Otherwise, you'll keep on defending and you'll only take blows, right? You have to give it back to your opponent. So that's why c3. I like this idea. So bishop e7, bishop c4. Now he's trying to do something about this pawn because this rook is here and there could possibly be a chance of opening up the f file at some point. Bishop into h4, not allowing f4 because d3 is hanging. Bishop d5, bishop g5, knight c4, queen f6, getting the queen in the game, getting all pieces to the party. And he should have played f4 right now, but he went for f3. f4 was definitely a better move, more forcing in nature. f3, and now I had the option of playing b5 here. b5 is important because it allows me to deflect the knight, which is defending the e3 square. So if the knight moves after b5, then I can play bishop e3 check. King is trapped, no other pieces supporting it. So queen at 6 takes, takes. Again, b5 was a better move with the same idea of deflecting the knight, but takes, queen takes g4, bishop e3 check, takes, and pawn into. Now the idea is simple. If you don't do anything, queen h1 is a checkmate. So he has to act here. Bishop into f7 or rook into f7. I'm not too worried because my king is in the center. But at least my king is safe, even though he has many pieces which look very attacking, but they're not really contributing to the game. Bishop f7, king e7. I don't really get bothered with the attack. Queen h3, then you go for e2. Rook f3, preventing queen e3 check. So he defended the square. But now just knight d4, which is definitely something what my opponent missed here. He completely forgot about this. And after this, now the rook that you brought to c8 earlier in the game, now suddenly it's put to some use. That's the advantage of developing pieces because you never know how you can use them. So bishop h4 check, queen into h4, queen into, rook into, cd4, rook f5, rook into e4. Now the game is pretty simple. Even though this may look like materially it's just equal, material wise the position is equal, but I win a pawn here firstly. And second thing is, there's more to chess than material. So positionally speaking, my pieces are better placed and my pawns are definitely better placed. King f2, d3 supporting the pawn, bishop h5, and now I just get the rook to the second rank. E1 is almost impossible to save. So rook e1, first okay, rook f7, king goes here, rook e1, and I play d2, and the game ends, and my opponent resigns.